Greetings to all. In this particular video presentation, we will explore the method of utilizing the ND filter simulation section that is offered by Intuitiv. We uncover this feature by pressing the menu button on the plugin and scrolling downwards to the ND and GND filter simulation section. By clicking on it, we are directed to the particular page to simulate neutral density filters. Now, prior to delving into the intricate specifics of utilizing this particular tool, let us first comprehend the underlying rationale behind opting for simulation over executing it directly in the field. There exist numerous reasons that could potentially lead to this decision. The primary reason might simply be that we find ourselves situated in a specific location during our journey or photography session, and we do not possess ND filters with us to craft these extended exposures. Alternatively, we might have an ultra-wide angle lens, such as 14mm, 8mm, or 10mm, which frequently, contingent upon the model, lacks the threading necessary to attach a circular filter. In such scenarios, they necessitate specialized holders to affix square filters. Given that there aren't genuinely universal holders, various types are manufactured, often tailored to specific lenses. In such instances, the prices can escalate considerably, and one might opt not to acquire them due to the elevated cost. Now, what precisely do we need to efficiently simulate these extended exposures? Here, we can observe the distinct buttons: load 3 photographs, load 7 photographs, load 15 photographs, and load 30 photographs, because the images we need to capture must be exactly 3 for ND8 at 3 stops, precisely 7 for ND64 at 6 stops, as indicated here on the button. For ND1000 it will be 15, and for ND32,000 it will be 30. These photographs that we will bring back home, captured in the field, will be essentially identical for each type of simulation, so they will not be different images depending on the filter I intend to simulate. For the ND32,000, which signifies 15 stops, we will indeed capture a total of 30 photographs. As shown in this example, when we choose them, there are exactly 30 items. These items must be identical. What does the term identical signify? It signifies that the shooting parameters, specifically the EXIF data, must remain entirely consistent throughout the process. This means using the same aperture, the same shutter speed, the same ISO, the same white balance, the same zoom level, and the same focal length, thereby ensuring they are identical. To ensure that the shots are indeed identical, they must absolutely be taken using a tripod. If we observe a sequence of these identical shots, you'll notice that they scarcely change from one to the next. The movement of the sea's waves might change, as well as people between shots might move or disappear entirely. It is highly advisable to capture them relatively swiftly to ensure that the lighting conditions do not completely alter between the initial and concluding shots, given that we are working with approximately 30 shots. Depending on the specific filter we intend to simulate, if the lighting varies significantly, the ultimate result will be affected. Once we have successfully captured these 30 photographs in the field, we will proceed by pressing the upload button. A window will subsequently open, displaying load levels. By clicking on the browse button, we will carefully select the photographs on our personal computer that are of interest to us. In this scenario, I will select all of them, totaling 30. It is crucial to ensure that the number of selected photos matches exactly what is indicated on the button. Otherwise, the simulation function will not initiate. It is preferable if the images are already converted to JPEG format. For the final outcome, my recommendation is to utilize Lightroom or Camera Raw to edit the individual RAW file, and then efficiently copy and paste the settings to all the other images. Considering that they are exactly the same, there should be absolutely no changes applied to the development settings. Once we press OK, The Intuitiv simulator will commence its operation to provide the final result without requiring any further actions. Here is the ultimate outcome. At this particular moment, we shall delve into the technique of utilizing and applying graduated neutral density (GND) filters, which are specialized filters meticulously designed for use during the photographic shooting process to efficiently darken the sky, typically the brightest segment of the photograph. These specific filters feature a darker tint on one half and gradually transition to become completely neutral. In our possession, we have a GND 8 filter, which is a 3-stop hard edge filter. This signifies that it will present a very pronounced and distinct transition precisely in the center of the photograph. Meanwhile, on the second button, you will observe that it features a medium transition, so the shift between the applied GND and the more neutral lower section will be somewhat more gradual and smooth. Now, what does reverse signify? A GND 16 soft 4-stop filter indicates that it darkens by 4 stops, but the reverse is generally used at sunrise and sunset when the sun is positioned exactly at our photographic horizon. The darkest area will be located at the center of the filter, so we cannot position it at the height of the light source, whether it is frontal or more lateral. Here we can attempt applying the GND 8 hard. Simply press apply, and that's all we need to do. You can observe how it positions itself on the photograph, effectively darkening the upper portion of the sky. In another instance, we have the opportunity to experiment with the GND 16 medium 4-stop filter and observe how it effectively restores a portion of the sky region.